You are watching Fugitive Red Eye, and today I'm going to be putting a note on something that I neglected to mention in a previous video. In our previous video, I forgot to mention the different versions of the Death Note story. So each of them has their own ending. The first ending is the manga ending, in which Ryuk kills Light after Mikami denounced him, and Light asks Ryuk for help. To which Ryuk replied, "If you're asking me for help, you're already dead." And from there, he kills him, and he writes his name in the Death Note. And then Mikami dies 10 days later in jail, whereas in the anime he dies instantaneously. And then Nier speculates that, or Matsuda rather, speculates that Nier actually killed Mikami in order to defeat Light. Let's see. The book... Oh yeah, and in the final page of the manga, there's a person who appears to look like Misa or someone of the sort, doing what appears to be praying for Kira's return. And, yeah, so that leads me to believe that that whole Misa suicide thing is utter bullshit and that never happened. I don't agree with people who say that Misa killed herself. Personally, I think she's still praying for Kira's return. Let's see, what other versions are there? There's the anime version, in which, sorry, I'm reading my cliff notes here to make sure I don't miss anything. The anime ending, which is the best ending, my favorite ending, in my opinion. And,
Here it comes! Steady lights!
I consider each continuity to be equally canon. I hate that word, canon, because it sounds nerdy. Speaking of canons, there's a little pirate pun for you. But anyway, the manga ending, Ryuk is a lot more, no, in the anime ending, Ryuk is a lot more sympathetic towards Light, and it's a lot sadder, more emotional. I feel that had a lot more impact on me than the manga ending where Ryuk's just like, "Ha, you're dead." Instead of, "Goodbye, Light, it's been fun." See. Another big difference is Light escapes from the building and runs downtown before Ryuk kills him. And, also, Mikami kills himself on the spot in the anime, whereas in the manga, he dies 10 days later in jail, as I said earlier. The next part is the Relight ending, which is the anime ending, but extended to a point where it shows Ryuk in the Shinigami realm talking to what could possibly be a Shinigami Light, and which I've already elaborated on in another video, in my previous Death Note video, which I will link in the description. The Relight ending...
He's sailing for that island.
It's actually the beginning of Relight 1, by the way, where that starts, and the ending of Relight 1. Then there's the novel ending, which... Actually, no, let me backtrack a bit. There's the movie ending, which is similar to the anime ending, only... Actually, it's closer to the manga ending, I'm sorry. It's closer to the manga ending, but rather... L doesn't die, and he survives Light's trick and survives, and that's, it's L that kills Light rather than, or it's L that defeats Light rather than Nier. That's the main difference there, and then there's the third movie, L Changed the World, which later was adapted into a novel, and the novel version is much better and more interesting. So, leave in the comments below, what's your favorite version of the ending in Death Note? What are your theories on what happens at the end? What do you think is the best thing about Death Note? Is Misa dead? Is Light a Shinigami? Or is they all faded into nothingness? I'm Fugitive Red Eye, and you have yourself a spadoinkle day.
Old Billy Riley was a dancing master. Old Billy Riley, old Billy Riley, old Billy Riley, old Billy Riley, old Billy Riley,